Hello everyone! This is Awkward Audrey and welcome to my art hour. Today we will be doing something a little bit different from what I have previously done, sort of. I will be doing, taking your requests for sketches and I will be sketching what you request. Hopefully I'll be able to, get through as many as possible if there are a few requests. If there aren't as many requests, then I may be able to get a little bit more detail in with my sketches. And then at the end of the art hour, I will be doing a raffle for the sketches I have done today to the people who have shown up to this art hour. Hi Liz, how's it going? So with that said, I kind of wanted to touch base. I'm going to be taking sketch ideas and showing them to you, and then I will be doing the raffle. Before I do that, I kind of did want to talk about different types of inks and what one may use for different types of sketches. Today I will be kind of doing a two-step, so won't necessarily be needed to know these things, but I thought it'd be kind of an interesting experiment to start off with before I get into the sketches. So what do I mean by experiment? So what I have here are all sorts of different, drawing utensils, right? And this is, let's see, like this is a mechanical pencil, regular ballpoint pen, permanent marker, a artist pen, and then a calligraphy pen. And they all have different compositions and different purposes. These two you can obviously get really, like these three can get like pretty much at any office supply area, and these two you can get at, they're not hard to find, but you do have to go to somewhere like Michael's or an art store where they will have special artist pens. And what you may sketch with will depend on your purpose, on what you want to use them for, and what are the long-term ramifications of using cheapo stuff versus artist stuff. So with that in mind, we're going to just kind of start with an experiment, and I'll show you what happens when you use these different types of drawing utensils. Let's get started. Go. I'm experimenting with a different setup here, so excuse me for a second. All right, so for what we're going to do today for the experiment portion and what these different types of utensils look like, and why I'm going to choose what I choose for sketching today, it's going to look something like this. So let's see, I'm just going to draw some squiggles on here using the different types of pens, and then I'm going to be putting a water wash on each of them, and then I'm going to be doing a nail polish wash on each of them. So calligraphy pen, artist pen, Sharpie, ballpoint pen, and pencil. And I'm going to be doing pencil twice for science. Okay, because part of the function of a pencil is that you can erase it. And when you choose to erase is important to your project. So there we go. Let's start with the water. There we go, just got a cup of water and a paintbrush here. And we're just going to start like this. Oop. Oh, there you go. So that's the ballpoint pen. As you can see there, it immediately started washing out, right? Okay. Take that away. Oof. So you can see here with the water wash on these, there is the calligraphy pen, the artist pen, the Sharpie, the ballpoint, the pencil, and then the pencil again, mechanical pencil, which is graphite. Let's get a little closer look here. You can see that the ballpoint has immediately started washing out. So you don't want to get this wet. It's more susceptible to damage, which is for the long term like life of your art. You want to keep that in mind. And then you can see it looks like the others kept pretty well in shape. But let's see if we can erase anything. All right. So with the water, it looks like it could erase a little bit, but it did a lot of damage to the paper while it was wet. So don't recommend doing that. Next, we're going to be using nail polish remover. Why nail polish remover? Because there are a lot of different chemicals and stuff out there, and nail polish remover is an alcohol, essentially. And so a lot of what you may find that will interact with your inks may be different types of alcohols. So here we go. Depending on the product. Okay. So, as you can see here, alcohol had a slightly different effect on each of them. It looks like the two artist pens, essentially, the calligraphy pen and then the fine point artist pen, had virtually no effect. It did bend the paper, but it's like almost dry immediately, so that's nice. With the alcohol, you can see it did affect the Sharpie more like than the water did. So if like nail polish happens to get on your drawing, any Sharpie drawings are going to be affected. Ballpoint pens still affected, but not nearly as much as water, because it's a water, like ballpoint pens are a water base. And then here's the pencils. Now, as you can see, since it's almost pretty much dry, almost immediately because it's nail polish remover. I don't know if I could do this quickly enough, but let's see. So it did erase some of it, but since it was still liquid on paper, it did affect it. So there you go. A little experiment to show you like why some pens are better than others for different purposes. Ballpoint pens are good for just sketching out ideas, but not for long-term use. Sharpies are better, and ultimately artist pens are the best. So there you go. Little experiment, and I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. I like experiments and kind of testing out what different effects have on different pieces. Since I will be doing a sketch today, I am going to be sketching stuff out, and then with a pencil, and then get rid of the ballpoint and the Sharpie, and I will use the fine point pen. And if I want to use thicker lines, I will go back with this calligraphy pen, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that today. We're just going to stick with the let's see, what kind is this? Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen, Black 199. It is Indian ink, waterproof, and maximum light fastness. There you go. Store horizontally. Got that. Made in Germany. Ta-da! All right. So with that done, I'll begin starting with one of the suggestions, which was in the event, Sam Bailey put in dancing trees. So I'm going to be starting with that. And then there's my own idea, which was Raccoon Moon, which I'll be doing afterwards. While I'm doing those will hopefully be fairly quick. Comment below what you would like to see see drawn. Comment below what you'd like to have seen. I can't English today. Comment below what you would like what you'd like to see me draw, and then at the end it'll be part of the raffle that you will win. Ta-da! Okay. Hi Terry, thank you for joining. All right. Oop. So first drawing that will be going into the raffle will be Dancing Trees, as submitted by Sam Bailey. And his name was put into this raffle. So thus far, 100% going to win the raffle for the ideas. So when I start out sketching, I like to look at the piece of paper, or what the size of my sketch is going to be. Let's just kind of bring this out a little bit here. And I like to put a border on it so I don't accidentally draw myself off the page, as it were. And since we're doing a sketch, I'm not gonna measure anything. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. Not the best practice, but since this is a sketch, it actually doesn't matter. If I were doing a high-end product, you bet I would be drawing with more precision than I will be doing today. This is just to get me an idea of where I should be planning out my pieces. All right, so Liz and Terry, if you have any ideas for what you would like to see drawn here today, please let me know in the comments, and I will get to them as soon as I'm done with the ideas that have already come before. So right now, Dancing Trees with Sam Bailey, or for Sam Bailey. So since trees are not known to be super movement-like, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to have a set of trees. I think a good number would be 3 or 4. So, and I think since I want to do be able to convey a lot of trees, we'll just do 4. So in order to do that, I think what I'm going to do is I will kind of break this up into 4 sections with, let's see, 4 sections with 5 trees, I think, or so. We're going to have a center tree. Nope. You know what? We're going to have a center here. Not measuring, just eyeballing. And I'm going to break this section up into thirds, round roughly. Da. This is not precision, this is just me thinking what I want. What do I want for this? Okay. Another handy tool to have is not the eraser on the end of your mechanical pencil. That will eventually wear down to nothing. Just preemptively have a eraser on hand that is meant for this. Oh, shoot. Bend the paper, smooth it out really quick. Okay. Dancing trees. So I think what I'll do here, now we'll have break this up into like thirds here, and then the top third is going to be the bush of the tree, like the branches of the tree. Bottom, like the middle third is going to be the trunk of the tree, and then the bottom third is going to be the roots of the tree, or this forest here that we got going. Not precision at all, but will be very beautiful. So we're going to draw the spaces in between the trees with ovals. And here we'll just have a nice big center circle. There we go. All right, and then from here, you can have, like, imagine like this is a tree, like that. And this is a tree, like that. That's where I'm kind of going with this. Ta-da! So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4 full trees and 2 half trees. So now how do we make these trees dancing? Let's make these trees dancing by, I think, let's start erasing some of these lines. They're no longer necessary. They were just there to help me reference, have a general idea of what I was thinking, and kind of map it out before I started putting in more details. Now I have the basic outline of what I want, and I'm going to start adding sketching in details. Nothing super fancy, just laying down the groundwork. To get these trees dancing, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add figures in each of these trunks and kind of have this area be where the arms open out, you know? Kind of like a line of ballerinas, as it were. Okay, line of ballerinas. Or all sorts of different, like, do trees, what kind of dancers would trees be? I don't really know. It would depend on the type of tree, I guess. So let's start with, let's see, since I'm right-handed, I'm going to start from the left and move over to the right. Okay, so here we go, have one figure kind of mapped out. And this one here will be holding like the hand of the branch. We'll have them kind of intertwine, but looking away. Have this kind of branch hanging out like, hello there, dance with me. I kind of like the idea of the leg poking out too. There we go. This will accept the proposal. Yes, let's dance. Continue holding hands with this one. You know, and I like the idea of this one kind of looking away, so this is going to be the back. There might be a butt, a little bit of a butt. There we go. So we kind of have 4 figures here. And now it's time to start adding some details. How do we make these look like trees? Right? So I think since we'll start here at the center. These will look like a branch. Branches are kind of, you know, gnarly looking, right? But we still want to have the shape of a hand, right? We still want it to be kind of obvious. These are figures that we're working with. Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks. Thanks for the little heart. There we go. Okay. I like the idea of this one kind of wearing a long dress. So I have this one kind of wearing a long dress. Okay, so I have a basic idea. Let's see, I would love to see you draw a sketch of a lady the size of a baby dove. Oh, finding refuge under the wing of a mother dove. That would be awesome. Yes, I love that idea. Okay, so let's put that in. All right. We'll just call this Motherly Dove for Terry Thomas. And then for that, we'll enter you into the drawing. It's an image of a scripture. What scripture is that from, by the way? Do you happen to know off the top of your head? Okay. Here we go, Terry Thomas. You have been entered into the drawing. Whoop. Okay. So now that I have this here, I'm gonna go make sure I have enough light. Be right back. thanks. I'm glad you like the trees. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to start drawing with the pen. I have this idea sketched out, and I'll be putting in more details. Hi, Deborah. Thank you for joining. Since today I will be sketching your ideas and putting them into a drawing. Even if I don't get to your idea, I'd love to hear what you have to say. So, like, I already have 2 ideas from participants. Deborah, if you make a drawing suggestion, I will attempt to draw it during this live Facebook event, and then at the end, you will be put into a raffle to win one of these drawings. So right now we are doing Dancing Trees, which was submitted by Sam Bailey. All right. Trees, trees, trees. Oh, Psalm 91 4. Ah, I love the Psalms. I think one of my favorite Psalms is actually one that is based on one that a worship song was based on growing up. His love endures forever, which is, I believe, Psalm 136. So right now what I'm doing is I'm kind of outlining the base details I will be using, and then I will be, based on these sketch ideas. And then, like, I'm not going to be drawing just people, right? Like, these are supposed to be trees. So do some very light inking of some of these details. And then I'll start adding more ink details for the trees, the tree bit. Okay. So I think, let's see. This one kind of looks like she's wearing a dress. And I kind of want her to have like longish, kind of flowing hair a little bit. Just draw kind of an area where the face will go. There you go. Da-da. I'm just going to kind of erase some of these lines now that I have a feel for these base lines. And I'm going to make them work into a tree feeling. I'm not going to be erasing all the lines, just enough so I can start seeing it in a different way. I keep losing you. Yeah, I'm going in another room. That's a good idea. I should have pretty good internet connection. We upgraded to a fiber optic connection. So I hope that works out. Okay, so some tree details are happening here. I kind of like the idea that this tree's like wearing a loose shirt. I don't know why. It makes me happy just how that worked out. I'll have this be a knot over here, I think. There you go. All right. Very quick sketches here. I'm not gonna lie, trees are not my forte. I enjoy trees though, especially on really, really, really warm days like this. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for joining. So right now what we're doing is I'm drawing my first sketch, which is submitted, the idea was submitted by Sam Bailey for dancing trees. And I'm kind of just fiddling around, seeing what I like, what I don't like. But I decided to do 4 figures of different types, and I decided to be sort of anthropomorphic trees, right? Like they're gonna look humanoid, um, but they're gonna have tree-like um, adaptations to their forms. Hi, hey Cindy, how's it going? Thank you for joining. So that being said, before I forget, we have a few ideas put in, but if you would like to be part of the raffle or just would like to put in ideas for me to sketch during this art hour, let me know. I will put the idea down here for future reference, and then I will put your name in here for the raffle. Right now we've had 2 ideas submitted, so there are only two potential raffle winners. So if you put in your name, you're gonna have a pretty high chance at winning. Thanks, Terry. I'm not gonna lie, I was not sure how this was gonna go. I'm still not sure how this is gonna go. I think this would be fun to color as well, so I might do that eventually. Now you missed at the beginning of the art hour, there was I did a little bit of an experiment with different types of inks and pens. The experiment was to see what happens when you use different types of inks on paper and what happens when they get wet with water and then with nail polish remover, because not all inks or mediums use water, right? They're not all water-based. And from there I decided that which types of inks I wanted to use. And since I thought like some of these I may draw later, some of these I might not. If I was inspired to do so, I would color them in with watercolor or with ink or something along those lines. So if any of you guys have ideas for what you would like to see me draw today, it would be a quick sketch. right? It wouldn't be like it wouldn't be super um, grand or detailed, but it would be fun. And I don't know, I'm hoping to be surprised. I think for this one, we're going to have a little big knot here in the center where her chest is. I'm back, lost you for a minute. I hope that this is, am I connected? Yep, I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, so I should be good to go. Denver is going well, thank you. It has been very, very hot. It has been very hot lately. Um, uh, so I've been staying mostly inside um for my own benefit. Um, I have no ideas. I have no creative mojo at all. That is perfectly fine. Sunday, day of rest, perfectly fine. You don't have to have ideas if you don't want to. Just saying. I have, like, if you don't have ideas, I have ideas too. Like, this is uh, an idea, this is an art hour meant to kind of see what quick work might look like and how to kind of just push yourself, right, into doing something you might not normally do. Apparently, this dude's gonna have long, long tree long trunk legs. Oh, thanks. I am glad you like it. That being said, if you don't have any ideas, please feel free to share this event um, with your friends on Facebook. Obviously, no obligation. This is for fun. But I'm kind of seeing what I would like to, like, what else is out there? What possibilities are there with this art hour? And it's easier to do that when I have a larger, not too large, but a larger audience, right? To get ideas from. I really like this ink with no color. Yeah. Hey, this works. I think there's something to be said for black and white pieces of art. Now for this tree here, I'm going to do some smaller leaves towards the end here, and this will hopefully give it a kind of feeling of roundness. So like there's going to be these big leaves out front, right? And then these smaller leaves towards the outer edge, and that will give it a rounder feeling. Thanks, Kathy. You are awesome. Okay. Okay, so now for this last dancer. Last dancer. What do I want to do? Oh, thanks, Deborah. Let's see. For this last dancer, think I'm not really sure what I want to do. So let's remove some of these lines here, these pencil lines. See what I'm really what am I really working with? Oh, nope. Don't use the mechanical pencil, use the large eraser. Okay, what do I want to do here? Okay, let's go with let's just start drawing lines, right? And seeing what happens. So it looks like I'm kind of doing these squarish spirals, right? To kind of give feeling for what the human form is in these. In this trunk. So I think in that vein, the kind of doing a muscle move there. In that vein, we'll have some squarish looking leaves then. I don't know if there are any such things as squarish looking leaves that I'm super aware of at this moment. Do you draw animals? Ah, yes, I do draw animals. I love drawing animals. Red fox and pups. I can definitely do that. All right. Red fox and pups by Deborah Barrick. Okay, let's put your name in here. Ta-da! All right. Entry into the drawing. Boop. So let's do some square looking leaves. Let's see. You know what? Maybe not square looking leaves. Maybe like maple leaves, you know? Yeah, any cute animal in a hat. See, there we go. Deborah was on to something. Animals. Let's see. Oh, Kathy Seibel. Boop. There you go. Cute animal in hat. there we go. The ideas we have so far. I'm going to continue on with these maple leaves or maple-ish leaves. These are not precise, but they are fun. They kind of look like hands a little bit. That's something to actually remember for the future. What leaves kind of look like hands. Okay. Then we're just going to kind of do some random squigglies here that look like leaves and kind of define this. There we go. Make-believes. Yes! There we go. Cindy here, bringing out the puns. Make-believes. Okay, there we go. We have our dancers. Now we're going to add just some final details. Like I want to add a little, I don't know, squirrel. Squirrels are fun. And here. There we go. Okay, then let's add some details here. There we go. Something to kind of give it depth to what's happening. Fun with the roots. There we go. Ta-da! All right. There we go. This is Dancing Trees by Awkward Audrey in July 2019. Awesome. There you go. One down. And I will erase the pencils later, but I want to get to everybody else's ideas first. Okay. Next we will go to Terry's idea. Terry's idea was essentially a small, let's take a look. Terry had a very specific kind of idea, which I like. I like specific ideas. And we're going to just move this over a little bit so I can be more center. Okay. Sketch of a lady the size of a baby dove finding refuge under the wing of a mother dove. So we're going to draw a woman, a smaller woman under the wing, the protective wing of a mother dove. And here I'm just eyeballing this, guys. I'm just adding a border so I know when to rein myself in. I have that problem. I just want to keep going, even if there's actually no space allowed for it. This just kind of keeps me in check. Okay. Da-da. Okay, so I think for this one, we will go portrait. that previous drawing was landscape. We're going to go portrait now. Portrait. Let's see. So, under the protective wing of a mother dove. Let's see. Now, motherly, like, there's something protective, right? But also, what is generally thought of, like, mothers are very caring. So, and women, just generally in general, like to are more like eye contacty than men. Not that men can't make eye contact, just that I think that this would be more significant and meaningful if the mother dove was looking at the young woman or the lady, and the lady was looking up at the mother dove. So maybe we will do landscape so that her wing can be out. So we'll kind of, let's see, here's the body, kind of the head, and the protective wings here. And I think, let's see, have her head kind of resting up against the body. Now, doves have very small beaks. I will go back there and fix that. I kind of want to get the forms figured out first before I commit to ink. There we go. And over here we can kind of use this space to really get the feeling for the wing, I think. Let's see, doves have very floofy fronts, right? Like they're quite round. Doves are kind of like a more noble pigeon, as it were. They have that kind of pigeony look, but they're noble. They have a more noble symbolic feel. So more so than a pigeon. A pigeon is kind of derpy. Let's see. That was kind of looking at us. We want this dove to be looking at her. Now I'm just going to pull up a picture. I'm sorry, I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to just pull up a picture of a dove really quick so that I get the most accurate representation before I go in into ink. So right now what I'm doing is I am just going to Google and I'm typing in dove. That is it. Nothing interesting. And of course, there's a whole bunch of products, right, for dove. All right. Oh, I didn't know that there are all sorts of doves, not just the white dove, which makes sense. Of course, there's a huge variety here. Just to give you an idea, there's all sorts of different doves that have like different gray colors and different spotting. I'm assuming, Terry, that you were thinking like a white dove, and I think I would like to do a white dove that has a more spiritually significant, biblically significant imagery that I am used to. So I think Let's take a look at some of the faces of these doves here. Okay, doves look like they have, this looks more like a parakeet now that I'm looking at it. Doves have very small beaks and very small heads. So we're going to make this a little bit smaller. This is going to make this chest look extra poof. And then a very tiny beak. Okay. There we go. And an eye. There we go. There we go. Dove. Let's see. A little bit more of a neck. Just a tiny bit. There you go. And that is all I'm going to do for the reference photo. Everything else is just going to be a sketch. Okay, so her head, I'm going to have her I'm going to put her down a little bit more. I have this figured out. Dove is kind of looking over here. All right. So what do you think kind of about that? Does that look about what you're thinking there, Terry? I think so. I think that will cover a great deal here. There we go. Now to ink. Don't need the Sharpie. The Sharpie can go over here. Okay. Love watching you, but I'm going to have to catch the playback. Got to do some laundry, my Glench. Go for it! Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate your support. All right. Terry, thank you. Okay. 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 Now for... No, I want this to look a little bit more pointed. Do like that. Let's start with the shoulder and the back. Faces are really hard, so if I can get the rest of the picture in place, I'll feel more comfortable when I go to the face. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Have like the body figured out. Okay, so give you some details of what's happening here. Dove, woman, looking upward, slight smile, long wavy hair, and she's kind of crouched and leaning against the dove. I don't know exactly what the wings, like how many feathers are on a dove, so we're just gonna kind of go like that. Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoy the form of the dove. Okay, so now that we have all that, we're going to erase some of these lines. Now, what would you think of a me putting the psalm number and verse on here? So that people who see this will know what inspired this idea. Okay, I think I'm going to actually pull that up then. Let's see. psalm. Let's take a look. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to pull up the actual psalm that that inspired your idea for this. Psalm 91:4. Okay, NIV translation. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. Oh, goodness, that's so beautiful. Okay. Oh, right. Then, you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to write that on there. And I think if we're going to do that, let's see. Let's see how we're going to do that. Put the Psalm 91:4 kind of over here, and then cover you. That might not be enough room. Let's see. Let's see. He will cover you with his feathers. And see, this might be too long. Feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. Wings, you will find refuge. Yeah. His faithfulness will be your shield. Nope, didn't spell shield right. This is why we pencil things out. I before E, folks. Shield and rampart. All right. What do you think? Is that something you would like? I will write it a little bit more prettier. But what do you think? You can leave the shield part off. All right. Then we'll just erase his faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. And we'll stick to that first part of the verse. Okay. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings, let's see, you will find refuge. Hi, Sam. Thank you for joining. Okay, there we go. I think that will work. That's great. Yeah, right? You would be surprised how difficult it is to plan out words, right? Okay, so now, let's see. There we go. Ta-da! All right, now let's erase the pencil marks here. See if there's any final details we want to add to this. Gotta love the sound of the eraser. On paper. All right. Ta-da! All right. And that is that one. I'm glad. Oh, thank you, Terry. I'm glad you really like it. This is a great idea. All right, so there we go. That is 2. So this is number 1, dancing trees. 2, motherly dove, I guess. Inspired by the verse, Psalm 91:4. All right, next one will be Red Fox and Pups. Idea submitted by Deborah. I think next time I do an art hour, I'm just going to pre-border these, right? Because I think you all get the idea. This is to keep me in check from accidentally sketching myself off the page. Whoop. There we go. Now, let's see. Red Fox and Pups. Red Fox and Pups. Now, what kind of pups do we want to have? What I really like about pups is that they have like these big bellies, right? And such cute little like floppiness, right? That's the beauty of puppies. So let's see, for a red fox, I'm assuming like a red fox and her pups, right? Let's see. Now red foxes are kind of have a wily look about them, and they just a second. I think there might be somebody at my door. One moment. Nope, nobody here. I helped my dad. Grandpa Sowers. Yes. Raise a fox pup as a preteen. Oh, so at preteen means they're kind of gangly, aren't they? A little more gangly than they are like young pup with the big bellies. Let's see then. So I'm just gonna pull up a photo here of red fox and red fox pup. Oh, there's some playful images here I really like. Okay. So red foxes have that kind of white under part, yeah? So we're going to have to make sure that there's a distinct, because I'm not coloring these, at least not right now. I may watercolor these later. Make sure that there's a distinct fox figure, and then make sure there's a distinct way to show that there's a different color, the red and the white for red fox. Okay, let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Red fox and pups. Since they're kind of playful, we don't want. I kind of like action, pictures, right? But action pictures are much more difficult to do. So when it comes to quick sketches, they aren't as quick. You kind of got to figure out where the different parts are going and where the action lines are. So we'll have like Mama. Let's see, we're going to have Mama here. And she'll be kind of a little bit more stoic than the rest. Right? And then we'll have like a younger pup kind of trying to grab at her with the big ears. What was it like raising a fox pup, Deborah? I can't even imagine. Like I imagine for a little while it's fine because, they're a little bit more docile when they're younger, but as they get older and more mature, they get more difficult, right? A little more wild. And because they're pups, they're not going to have small paws. They're going to have big paws, overly big paws. Let's see. And they're going to have kind of the not so floofy tail. Whereas Mama's going to have a big floof tail, I think. We're going to give her a floof tail. Like a puppy dog, but with sharper teeth. That's fair. You know what? Maybe Mom is going to be stoically looking at us, while her pups just give her all sorts of crazy. And that will kind of give us something to look at, like where does the picture start, right? Where do you first look at with a picture? Ooh, Kathy asks, did they go back or did you keep them? We'll have her kind of give the elbow here. A little bit of an elbow. They'll have to run until they drop from exhaustion. Ooh, that's good to know. So we'll have Mommy here, right? We'll have this one kind of trying to get her attention with the like overly sized big paw. And then we'll have the other ones kind of in the back here, going at circles, I think. This one will have a less poof. That makes sense. We were only permitted to raise them until 1 year. Then they went back to the forest. Okay. 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 This is taking me a second to figure out fox anatomy. And this may be a little bit more cartoonish. Okay. Oh, that's so sad about the mom. Okay. Basic drawing. Now let's go in and kind of erase the non-essential details, and then we'll get down to the ink. Okay. Whew. This is a test, not gonna lie. I'm excited though, that's why I'm doing this. There we go. Those pads. Get those claws. Get that poofy bit there. Big legs. There we go. And then tail. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, here we go. Here we go. Face. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure. Here. We're gonna... You're brave to test yourself this way and indulge me. Of course, this is how one gets better, right? All right. I can do this like that. There we go. Okay. Thanks, Kathy. I'm glad you're enjoying this. There we go. Mama Fox taken care of. Alright. Now for this one. Let's see if we can make this look a little less like a lizard. It's kind of got a lizard action going there. There we go. Fur, 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 fur. Okay. Now. Let's see. Red, 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 red. The red kind of goes up like that. Go. And the thing about furry creatures is that you can't, sometimes they're so svelte that you can't really tell. So one of the ways to indicate that when drawing is that there's joints. So like here's where like the knee is of this. She does have a happy personality. Slightly tired, but happy all the same. And so like here we go at the knee. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of bring it out a little bit and then draw some fur, and then it goes back to being svelte. And depending on how furry they are, is how many lines you do to indicate how much fur there is. And since we're kind of doing a cartoonish drawing, I'm just going to keep it a little bit simple, except for tails. I like the bushy tail. Oh. There we go. Okay. Smaller, but still beginnings of a bush tail. There we go. Now for the final two here, keeping much more simple. The simpler the design, the less focus hopefully they will be. So kind of when you go and look at a picture like this, she will be the most detailed on the largest, and you know she's making eye contact with us. So we'll be looking at her first, and then we'll kind of go from left to right here, hopefully. knocking this. There we go. Okay. There we go. Ta-da! Now let's erase all these lines. See if I missed anything. Squeaky, squeaky, squeak! Squeaky, squeaky, squeak! Alright. Alright, so we'll go back on this. It looks like overall I am, oh, I didn't realize this was in the way. Overall I am pleased with the result. I think I want to do a few more details to kind of put this into focus, but this is quite, I'm happy with where it's at. Oh, wait, just draw an eye, indicate an eye there. There we go. Ta-da! And that was Red Fox and Pups. All right, now for the last one, last idea that was given by the audience was A Cute Animal in a Hat by Kathy Seibel. So let's put in the, let's see. Oh, my stand here is a little less bendy the more I use it, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. Cute Animal in a Hat by Kathy Seibel. Let's take a step back. What is a cute animal and then we'll put in a hat. My first thought is a bunny, and just like they have floppy ears, maybe put in a floppy hat. Or could do like a really tall top hat. I'm liking the bunny idea though, so we're gonna do that. Poof tail. Let's see. Ta-da! Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Deborah. Okay. Maybe a bonnet. Bunny and a bonnet. Okay. Okay. Should the bunny be wearing anything else? I don't know, but I feel the need to put a little butterfly here. Just like kind of drifting in from the side. And like some grass. There we go. Let's see. Oh, no, we want a rounder nose. Let's do a round nose. Yes. Like that. No, plus lines. Signing off. Bedtime. Bedtime in Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for joining, Deborah. If you win the, if don't worry about signing off. At the very end, I will contact you if you are the winner for the raffle. Yeah. Have a good evening, and I'll see you next time. Let's see. Bunny, bunny, bunny. Bunny in a bonnet. We'll make it a really frilly bonnet. Kind of floppy. Hanging towards the back there. Maybe it should be munching on something. Whiskers. Don't forget whiskers. There we go. Oh, I like it. Okay. This is probably the easiest one. A bunny in a bonnet. Okay. Start with the hat. We'll have it be tied with a kind of ribbon. Here we go. Let's see. Got some floppy ears going on. Respect the floppy ears. Let's see. I love bunnies too. Beth raised them for 4-H. Oh! Thank you guys. I appreciate your support. Do we want to have her nibbling on something? I've decided it's a her. Do we want to have her nibbling on something? Carrot. Yeah, we'll have something like a leaf. We'll have some leafy greens going on because it matches the bonnet. There you go. Leafy greens. There we go. Okay. Let's see. You really are talented. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you saying that. Some days it doesn't feel like that. You know? Okay. And now let's go for some grass. All right, here we go. Ta-da! I think that's probably the easier one because I've drawn so many bunnies before in my life. Maybe if I can do this enough and often enough, these will actually be much quicker. I'll be able to get more drawings in per session. As it is, I still practice with a pencil right now. There we go. So that is what we have today. What time is it? Oh my goodness. It is like a half hour past what I thought it would be. That is fine. We got plenty to work with here. It's time for the drawing. Da-da! Okay. So, what we have for today, the drawing, was our dancing trees, the mother dove, red fox and pups, and cute animal in a hat, also known as the bunny in the bonnet. Ding! All right. Oof. Not too many here, so it's going to be a pretty good chance of winning here, like 25%. Nope, I'm not looking. All right, here we go. Here we go. And the winner is Deborah! Ta-da! Deborah Barrick, you have won! All right. So I will contact you, Deborah, and you will be able to choose from one of these 4. And if you want me to color, I can color. All right. So that is it for today's Awkward Audrey Art Hour. Thank you for being here while I draw. To kind of recap what we did today was we did an experiment on different types of inks and what happens when you use water and or nail polish. Come on, focus, focus. Okay, the camera's not focusing. Oh well. And pretty much the answer there is to use ink, like artist ink, and not your ballpoint pen if you're going to ink anything. It's more likely to run if it gets wet. And then we went and did sketches and inked those sketches. So if you have any other ideas, I think I'll probably do something like this once a month. So there's going to be a once a month raffle for people. And hopefully I'll get better and quicker at this so that I can get more drawings in and it'll be more exciting that way. And yeah, so yeah, that's what we did. Raffle was fun, drawing was fun, it was great hanging out with all of you, and I hope to see you all next time. All right, bye.